on my Facebook
We
Messenger
live.
talking about I'm happy.
We live.
Welcome,
That shit is
welcome
weird.
to the Cocktail Social. I am your host, Blue Waters, and we are live from the litter.
Oh,
As you can see, the social has begun and we are in full effect. And I am so excited to be here. Yes, we need to do the church finger, Mr. Gilmore. The church finger is needed. So,
That finger draw blood. Nope.
I truly enjoy our cocktail socials. After, yeah, you can show your face now, sir. I truly enjoy the cocktail socials because after a long week of working and being an adult, this is my opportunity to have a happy hour. And this is my happy hour and a half because I need more happy than most. So, with that being said, I hope that you've grabbed your cocktails. This is a birthday celebration to all my lions and lionesses, all my pussycators, all my kittens and caboodles. Happy birthday to Mademoiselle. Madame
Happy birthday.
Mademoiselle. It's not until tomorrow, but I am celebrating all August. Yes, I am going to be celebrating during Virgo season 2, and I may trickle down into Libra and Scorpio, depending on how much I want to turn up or turn down. It just I never know. But before first of all, socialites, hi.
Hi.
Mr. Cable, sir, wherever you are, whoever you're with, you are needed in the principal's office.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're being called to the principal's office. But so now for the socialites, he going down. He going down. How's everyone doing this week?
I don't even know. I'm good, I guess. I'm alive, so that's always a good thing.
Baby.
It just seemed like the week is like lately. It just seemed like I don't know. It feels a little. The energy is a little weird. I was like, it's a weird energy going on.
I'll agree.
I think we need to socialize. I think people are starting to want to actually get out and about and do some of the things that they used to do. I think we're wearing thin with this whole COVID and everything that's going on. So I absolutely understand. I am violating my quarantining. I am actually not quarantining this weekend. I'm gonna still have my mask and everything, but I'm taking my ass outside and I'm doing some things that I normally would not be doing because I have been very conscious of this whole situation. I have been out and about, but I'm turning up. You only live once. So
I like to shout out to my bonus family. 5 of those people have all been diagnosed with COVID. 3 of them are not doing very well. And I'd like to just shout y'all out. I am thinking about y'all, but I'm not coming to see you. But I am thinking about you.
I hope you all do well. I hope that you're doing what you need to do so that you can recover from this illness. And my prayers are with you and your families. Speaking of which, well, continue. Miss K, hey.
Hi.
How are you doing this week?
I'm doing good. I'm still packing, and today I had my declutter demo sale. It went okay. Go visit my. Anyway, it went well. I'm excited. So yeah, it's been easy. Friday came very quickly. Thank you, Jesus. Ow, Friday.
Mm-hmm. It's Friday.
Right, exactly. Only thing that would make it better is if it was a long weekend.
I know.
Yeah.
I just want, when are we going to get, see, this is what they need to do because of this whole situation so that we're not depressed and stressed out. They need to just implement a 3-day weekend starting on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Just work 4 days per week and just take off for the next 3 days.
That
This
would have
whole,
to come.
I would prefer 3 days. I mean, I'm okay with working 3 days and being all 4, but as long as it doesn't affect my money. So still pay me what I'm normally being paid, but
Yeah. Give me the day.
especially for healthcare workers and all of those essential workers, I think that they should just elongate their weekends. Just to, if you're not going to pay us, at least give us an extra day off.
Right.
How about that?
I like it.
I think it's a good idea. See, I'm all about solutions and ideas.
Yay, solution.
Mr. Gilmore, even though you started our show off with an interesting, I didn't even hear the question. All I heard was someone came in and asked, and then you started going on and off, and I said, "Huh."
Christy informed me that we were live, so I stopped talking.
And to cut that one short. Oh boy, I didn't want him to say nothing that incriminate himself. Like,
But I'm open. How are you doing this week? And after you tell me how you're doing, I'm going to ask you the question because I definitely want to hear.
No, real shit. I'm good. I have no complaints. I had some interesting messages from my op-ed that was in the Sun, and got a ton of emails from a bunch of angry old white men calling me fat niggas, lazy niggas, dumb niggas. My favorite one was the best thing to do with a loud nigga is to a loud nigga ends up being a dead nigga, something like that. I got pictures of lynched black men set on fire and shit. So it was some people who were very, very angry about the programming and everything. So all of them have been reported.
Okay, great.
And all of them have been reported. And I made a statement on I forget which day of the week it was. They're all kind of blend together now.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I believe it was Thursday. It was either late Wednesday or early Thursday. I did make a formal statement, as well as the company that I'm doing these concerts with. They also made a statement because the situation is that since I'm up front, that I will get the brunt and that they will get nothing. And I think that is a very safe space for them. But they stepped up to the game and they have taken on some responsibility as well. And but for all of that, I'm also happy to announce that the show has been picked up by the Kennedy Center. So August 25th, we will be at the Kennedy Center.
Really?
So I'm happy about that.
Yes.
All right.
Good stuff.
I'm excited about now. Which show is that? The one where we wailing? Is that
Rock Opera 101 Part 1?
Oh, that was my favorite. That was so fun.
All the socialites will be there.
That was a good time.
We will be doing the show, and you can as Maya Angelou said, I'm still gonna rise. You can call me whatever the fuck you want to, but nigga, you still gonna get this motherfucking work.
That's right.
I'm working my years off, so I'm going off.
So you mean to tell me people were that upset about what you stated in your commentary?
Oh yes. To the point that if you go onto the Sun's paper, a longtime writer with the Sun, he put a rebuttal up.
Oh, well then there now.
Yes, he did. It was poorly written. It was overgeneralized information. Okay.
Wow. So what did they say again?
What is that sound?
Vibrator.
That was the emergency alert system that there's flood and another tornado warning for me.
Oh, okay.
No, but
hey, you don't even want to know what I thought. Okay.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anywho.
No, but he wrote a thing where he basically believes that I was lying about the whole thing. He felt it was his need to educate me by just naming every black person he's ever heard of and saying, "See, you're wrong." So Michael Jackson and NWA were also named in his pieces. He was just naming any damn
It's part of rock.
That's not rock.
Oh, look, I said let him have it, shit. But anybody that's going to be that damn wrong and think they right, and he's also a professor who holds his doctorate, then you go ahead and do your show, baby. I ain't gonna stop. Do your show. But you'd be surprised how angry they were about it. It's just angry.
Angry.
I mean, they just downright pissed. One woman said in your email, "I'm going to hell for my lies." I said, "My
lies."
Oh well, how many lies did I mean? Look, well, a whole nother story, but go ahead.
All my research is vetted and thoroughly scrutinized, and it is up there. As I said in my joint, I think had I had not used so many black women as my in my citations, and had it been a white man who had said it, then it would have been taken at face value as opposed to being questioned on its.
So, is this a opinion editorial, or was this just?
Yes.
So why would
put it in the chat?
Yeah. So and then they put my email at the bottom of the
so that people can reach out to you to cuss you out.
Right.
Yeah, I mean they was going to fuck off.
all the way off.
You hear me? It was going off.
Yeah. All the way off.
They was blazing the nigga up in this joint. I said, "Oh, okay," and I made the decision not to answer any of them singularly, but you answered them. My Facebook Messenger was also going off quite a bit. People were finding me and deciding to send me pictures of dead black people and all type of shit. So I don't care if you disagree with me. Disagreement is part of life. But when you start harassing and you want to try to invoke these racial epithets and thinking that it's going to somehow instill fear in me, it ain't.
Well,
but I do want to make sure
you gotta look at who you're dealing with, though. Because if that's your response, you already know that they're not even in the mental capacity to even fathom anything differently than what they've been fucking told.
But a part of me, it feels like I did my job.
Exactly.
If black people do anything that is centering black people without making someone angry, someone who subscribes to white supremacy angry, then they've done their job. If they are cool with it, then I feel like then maybe we didn't push the envelope enough. Maybe there was a truth we left out. Because no one should be comfortable with the revelation that your gods, your rock gods, are inherently racist, and that we can prove it. Their words have said it.
That article was dumb.
So
yeah, well, apparently he's not that good of a journalist if he didn't do his own research to find out. First of all, what the fuck he should have did first was to just check your references and what you said to see if it was valid and if and if it was true. So if he had done that, it wouldn't have been nothing for him to say.
But it's still his.
Right. Yeah, it was hard.
But it's still his view. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's the problem that I'm having is that this not necessarily is about this is his opinion, and he's basing it off of the information that he's collected. So he's entitled to his opinion.
But it's one thing to voice your opinion and state your opinion, but to flat out say that the person who he's rebutting is wrong, he flat out says he's wrong.
Yeah, and he lied. And what about the lies?
Right. That's just not the truth that you're saying he's wrong and he lied.
Yeah, it's not lies because it's proven and it's written and it's been said and been documented. So it is not lies.
And
again, my thing is, and even with the rebuttal, I'm not upset with the rebuttal. I'm upset with the people who took it, who escalated it to another level. For the people who are just upset and they have a difference of opinion and they want to have a conversation, that's fine. We can always have a conversation. That's what it's about. And
I'm all about conversations. I like conversation.
Me too. Now,
I mean, that's how you get things resolved is when you have conversation.
Unless you say something out the world, I'm not going to sit here and tell you a lie. And I'm also not going to tell you how to live your Black experience.
Right.
And in this person's rebuttal, he tried to tell me how I should be as a Black person and who I should pay attention to as a Black person, as an older white man. And what we're not going to do is that. So, because
he can find the nearest bridge and jump off of it. A high one.
But God bless him. God bless. I think that everyone should. It's good for the people who did hit me up, who did have a difference of opinion, and they did want to have a conversation. They did want to know where I found my information. That was cool. But for everybody else,
see, that's what you should do. You know, instead of attacking what you're saying, you know what I mean? Do a little. That's what I'm saying. Like people go on what they know and versus them doing the research to say, okay, this is valid or not valid. They just go by what they've been told. So if people just do a little bit of research or ask, like, okay, well, if this is your opinion, then where'd you find your information? So that they can check it out for themselves. And then like people will open up a little bit more, but people don't want to hear that their heroes are racist or that they're bigots or that, you know, they don't want to hear that.
Yeah, but they are.
Look at Elvis.
Okay. What about him?
I mean, Elvis. I mean, Elvis was racist, but people don't, you know, they don't address that. They just look at it like, oh, Elvis, oh, his music, oh, the way he moved, and how he, you know, oh, he was a beautiful man, and all this stuff. They don't care about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think even more importantly than Elvis, because we look at Elvis because he was such a blaring view of someone who was inspired and took it and became very famous, more famous than the people who did it. But the system itself is racist.
Right.
The entire industry is racist. And, you know, what I thought for myself was just like I noticed it. Then when I did research and found out that it was even deeper than what I originally thought, you know, it was wild. And thus we had rock opera. And on this next one, we got some racism in theater and in the theater world.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. They don't cast, you know, like for some roles, they don't cast really dark women. You know what I mean? And they'll cast somebody that looks like me before they cast, you know, somebody that's darker.
Oh, shit.
No, because y'all try to make it out like I'm so damn white. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna use myself as an example, damn it.
You ain't white.
What's up, Cable? God damn
it. Oh shit.
Oh Lord.
Oh shit. Look what the cat drug in. Look at the cat drug in. Look, where the hell you been, Penny? Penny, where you been?
Come in and let me pinch your nipples.
I know, right? What else?
Try to get to a better lighting. Y'all crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, we crazy. Look at it. Look at his face. Look at him. Look at him. Mm-hmm. Where you been, Penny?
I've been chilling.
Go get the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Get the eye.
I don't want to hear that. I was with JJ shit. Where the fuck was you at, Penny?
Oh, Lord. Man, Malone, somebody found Malone on
no call, no shows and shit. Just no call, no show, and then you come and strolling your ass in here like you spoke like, where the hell you been, Penny?
Oh, guys, I'm sorry about last week. I was definitely going through a lot.
I don't know. You look like you done lost some weight and shit. What the fuck you been doing?
I'm stressing, just going through it, and I didn't realize
you look good though.
Thank you. I know I'm gonna try to keep it down now, but I've been eating like a bitch lately. But I'm gonna try to keep it on because I like it. But I don't like the way I lost it. But hey, I'm going to glorify it right now. So,
is you with child?
Oh, I don't know. He might have morning sickness. He could be having morning sickness.
Baby, is you got the consumption?
You stupid. No, I'm not with y'all.
I can't wait to see these napkins.
I know, right? Yeah.
What color was the most recent one?
Is it consumption?
What kind of research?
Well,
What happened? Wait, what happened?
well, you're here, but we're moving forward with some of the questions. First of all, I want to give a shout. I want to send my prayers and to those individuals that were in, I want to say Lebanon. Was that Lebanon with that
explosion?
Beirut explosion. I was able, and it's funny because I am the type of person who I try to avoid looking at that type of stuff, but when I saw it, it was just so like, wow, what in the whole hell is going on? And I was able to see it from several different angles. So it must have compiled different video footage of the actual explosion. And when I saw it, first of all, it looked like something from a movie.
Yeah.
And then to hear what actually occurred, and that this was something that was possibly due to government negligence. I was just like, this is sad that so many people lost their lives as a result of something the government has done. And it brings to mind what is going on now with this whole coronavirus and the different states in the United States, the president and all that's going on, and how so many people are losing their lives because we put the responsibility on a small group of individuals to make decisions for the masses, and they have so many. They operate from such a biased and selfish mindset, and it upsets me that there are. So when I saw this, and this was something that the government could have prevented, and it was windows blowing out, and I thought that stuff like that didn't, because, and I think that we've been kind of spoiled in the United States that we don't actually have situations like that occur often. But in places like where they are, that is something that they've kind of become accustomed to a degree. And it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. So my prayers go out to those families and those individuals that have been affected by that explosion. I hope that people are being generous with their donations and are helping out as they can, whatever they can, but be mindful. This is a crazy world out here, and we have some tyrants that are, we put in charge of us, thinking that they're going to actually help us out and act in our best interests, and they really don't. So I wanted to say that before I went into a whole nother direction. Anybody want to say anything about that, or no? Good.
No.
So the first question. Mr. Gilmore, you had a question to start the conversation, and I'm going back to that. I want to know about whoever was in your inbox. I want to know who was in the inbox.
And what they said was.
And what they had said.
Now, you know what? I don't know this person. I've had a slew of friend requests and everything, and I'm just approving people because a lot of them are coming on from either the op-ed or concerts and shit. But this one was, it was like, oh, I think you had some type shit. And I was like, oh okay. And, and really, I want to respond in a nice way. The younger me would have responded, I guess, a little differently, but I want to respond in a polite way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do. At the same time, I want to say I'm just not interested. But
so, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
It's a guy or a girl?
No, dude.
So this is something recently that just happened?
Yesterday.
And you're trying to figure out a way to respond back? Right.
Like, I don't want to just be. And generally, I just would ghost some shit like this. But like, it is all. It's not the last. The shit, I'm stuttering.
I mean,
it's not the first time it's happened, but it's like as I get kind of more and more out into the world and get more visible, it's been happening more. Which thank you, guys. But
I mean, just say like,
I think you be honest.
Just say thank. Look. This is the best way. You want to be polite. You want to be polite.
I'm back talking.
You want to be. Oh, I'm sorry. You want to be polite and get your point across. Only thing you're gonna say is, thanks, man. Thanks for the compliment, but I don't go that way. But take care. Bye.
Good day, sir.
Polite. You took care of business, and then you say have a good day.
But see, those were good words because none of those words was not like what was coming to mind. I was like, nah, bro. And
but I don't swing that way. Have a good day.
Now, okay.
And also, I would like to say that I think that if it was going to go that way, I could do better than what the hell sent me that message. I mean, goddamn.
He said, if I'm gonna do this shit, I'm gonna have some.
That's not your type. Not your type.
So my question is, and this is for you, Mr. Gilmore.
You could have been a looker, goddamn it.
Right.
And this is.
He was a look away.
I can't stand you. That is rude as hell.
So my question is that as a straight man, and I find this to be interesting because from my perspective, when you are as a straight man, Mr. Gilmore, do you find it offensive that men are attracted to you?
Hell no, shit! I'm happy if anybody attracted my age.
And the reason why I say that is I think that a lot of times when guys feel that a lot of guys are offended when a male shows interest in them and everything because they think that it is, I guess, making a statement that they're giving off a gay vibe or they're giving off they call into question their own masculinity. And I always thought that if you are that attractive where you can attract the same sex, not only you're attracting the opposite sex, but you're attracting the same sex, you damn good looking. You got
it. That's not a fuck out. But let me tell you something. Number one, I hear the way y'all talk about people. If somebody looks at me and I know that they talked about my ass like that, I'm happy as fuck they looking at my ass. I don't give a fuck. This man is happy when motherfuckers look at. Yes, look at me. Look, hairy chest and all that.
Taco meat.
Boy, get out of here. Get out of here.
No, I mean, no, but for real though, because I ain't going into a sob story about it, but I didn't kind of come into really feeling myself until late. Because bad boys weren't exactly the highest thing on the fucking totem pole for a long time.
Oh, they were. People were just ashamed to, but now they don't care.
No, it's the same thing with big women. Motherfuckers be thinking big women don't get no motherfucking play, but they be the main ones, and
these kept secret.
First of all, motherfuckers know how to cook.
Word.
And some of these bitches can't cook
and know how to eat.
Don't eat. Right.
And if you know how to eat, that means that you know how to really relax Joe's muscles and
all your muscles.
And, yeah. So I told you last week when I told you about the Ugly Girls Chronicles, and so that was going to be one of them topics about do you think that extra that extra roll around your neck ain't got no use. But honey, when that thing gets to really moving,
it's like you're doing a cabbage patch.
When you get to doing that cabbage patch rotation,
you gotta rub that bit.
And let me tell you something, if it got that crook to the left or the right, and you got that good flexibility in that neck muscle, you go around that thing and get that thing, All I'm saying. Miss Mizell, you had some question. What was the question that you asked?
Shit. It
was a good one too.
It was 3 of them.
I know, but I want the first one.
One of them is should you be able to pursue someone that's in a relationship but not married? If you want them, like pretty much they not off the market yet. Like, is it okay to pursue them even though they're in a relationship but they're not married?
Are they open to being pursued?
I guess. I mean, if you got somebody that don't want you, I wouldn't. I mean, I would assume that you wouldn't want to keep pursuing. I mean, that's like some Pepe Le Pew type shit.
Now, I'm only asking because I'm a mother of a son. He's 21, and since he started dating, I kind of tried to put him in the mindset of not locking himself down to one person. It's fine if you like seeing this person on a regular basis, but leave yourself open to experience other people because you're so young. So if you are pursuing somebody who's in a relationship, like that's cool because technically they're not married. They just choose to be with this one person. But if they're open to being pursued, great, do what you gotta do. But if they're like, no, I'm good where I am, then move on to the next one. But I think it's worth a shot. Shit, shoot your damn shot.
Hey, I mean, because you figure like let's just for instance, like, you see, like, not for us, but like you see somebody that is potentially like, oh my God, I would love for her to be my wife. But she's in a relationship, not married, but in a relationship with somebody. And it's like, okay, so is it okay to still pursue her?
No, I don't.
Just why?
No, I honestly, my opinion is no. I mean, this person in a relationship to try to build something, to get the marriage, you got to have something to build it on. And if someone's going, girl, I'm sorry, if they see someone try to come in and interrupt that, then it's really messed up that person know that they're in. Come on, ethics, something got to come in. Humanity, humility.
Right.
You move on. It's other fish in the sea. And think about it. If that person's going to do it to them to get with you, that means they're going to do it to you. Okay. I'm just saying, so why even go put yourself in that situation? There's a lot of other women. There's a lot of other men out there. If that person's taken, baby, humans say that about every person they meet. Oh, girl, that's my soulmate. That's the one. And then end up 2 weeks later, the pictures are taken down and they single again.
And then the burn holes through all the pictures.
There's too many people out there to be stuck on one person. Pussy is pussy, dick is dick. You just go out there and find another one.
That ain't true.
I mean, you know what I mean.
I was ready to say that. Hold your mule there, goddamn it. Because pussy ain't pussy and dick ain't dick. Because some of them dick ain't dick.
No, I don't think
this sounds like, what people say, I really like what you have, but they really mean I really like and want what you have.
What you have, right.
Like, I want that shit that you have.
Like that
whenever somebody say that shit
to
me, I rise the fuck up. Like, oh for real? So you want, like, because I feel like that was the challenge.
You gonna ride me? Well, you gonna ride me?
Right.
Because, but people look at shit and they don't even realize it. Like, the shit that you may have with that person, y'all done went through the fire, y'all done worked on it, y'all done fought for that shit. Like, this shit is y'all's, and you're just seeing the kind of the cute part.
Right.
And I don't know. I think if you're talking about just fucking, then that's a whole nother conversation.
No, I ain't talking about sex. I'm talking about like say for instance, scenario. Somebody that you was in a relationship with before, that you was really good together, but some shit didn't work out. You see them later on, but they in a relationship, but they're not married. Do you pursue that motherfucker and still try to?
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, girl, that's now you going deep.
They ain't married yet. You like ain't nobody married.
You
it's like
if I'm going to pull a Dwayne,
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing some shit out there.
If I'm going to be Dwayne at the wedding with Whitney talking about baby, please.
Right, like okay, that's a good example. That's a good example. Dwayne and Whitney. She ain't married yet, but that's the one you supposed to be with. Do you interrupt like at that part where they say speak now, forever hold your peace?
I think it's romantic.
Bust up in the motherfucker.
I think you should shoot your shot because you never know. Like people put up fronts all the time. It could that whole storybook romance could be shit on a shingle once the car doors closed.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That you might be that one That person might be telling them every day, ain't nobody else gonna want you but me. And then here come you like, ooh, baby, please just let me take you out. And they like, bling, I can do this. Like you never know. So I just say shoot your shot. My caveat is that if they tell you no, respect the no.
Right. Now that I agree.
I think that this whole thing is about not respecting the no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I feel like the whole question is just not respecting the no. I think this is, this falls under what people think of as like, oh, I'm fighting for what I want. And now you get it. But what if you the person, you done broke them up from a whole relationship because you done sold them this shit that you about to, that we were forever and everything. But now you treat them like shit when they was in a situation that was great before. But you just want, I don't know. Is it more just you feeling possessive? Is it just because you want them for themselves and you, I don't know.
See, I thought you were going on the. See, you had me in the beginning, then you kind of lost me. So,
that's because I'm losing myself. So help me out.
Where I thought you were going was, it's a respect thing from the beginning. If you're not going to show respect to this whole thing, you got to put yourself in the person's shoes. You do this, but what if you was on the other foot? Would you want someone coming in, disrupting what you're trying to build, and take away the girl that you're trying to build it with? So that's how I look at it. You gotta put yourself.
I mean, if it's a love of your life type situation, I mean,
now the story.
Why not?
That's totally different from someone that you don't know. You just see a hot girl on the street, be like, "Damn, I want to hit on her," but she in a relationship, and you still do it. To me, that's disrespectful.
You like welcome to the.
No, I'm saying somebody like you previously knew.
Your girlfriend hot as shit, and you fight.
But what you're saying, Mazel, is someone that you already been in a relationship with. Y'all broke up. You find them again, they're in a relationship, but you want them. Should you pursue them? I think that you should. That's different. You already have history. So to me, if they're not tied down, you have every right to try to shoot your shot. But a whole stranger, no, you got.
No, not no stranger. I'm talking about like some, yeah. Oh, my bad, Marty. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah. So
I hit my camera button by mistake.
That was a good question.
That was I was listening to the conversation and I was thinking to myself, what would I do in that situation? Because I think of relationships, I think I think on the same level and frequency as everyone else about relationships. I don't believe in forcing people into a space that they may not want to be forced into. And I understand that a lot of times because people evolve and people change and relationships evolve, that sometimes when you start off in a relationship, you may not end up at that same spot. You may grow apart or you may grow stronger together. So I think that there's always that option of, you may see like I said, I may look at somebody that I had feelings for, and we might not have worked out where I was in the beginning. I had to mature, I had to have some life experiences. And if we should come across each other's path again, I believe that if we've connected again, that in my mind is fate that we came across one another again. And if you are with someone, then, and I shoot my shot and you say you're open to it, then that means there's a possibility. But if you're not open to it, then I'm okay with that. But if I feel like it's something worth pursuing, like it may be somebody that I really, really like, look, I really do want this person, I am still going to let it be known that I know that you are with someone and I know that you are, and that's cool, but I still have these feelings for you and I'm not going to just give up on it.
Right.
But now to me, you're a villain. Now you're a villain because if the person say no, but yet you're still going to try to pursue anyway, now you're the bad guy. You're a villain in my eyes. Now you're trying to purposely disrupt when I'm trying to build after she done told you no.
So if the person say no,
when you say so, see, and I don't believe in. First of all, if I am saying that I have these feelings for you, that doesn't necessarily mean that I want to interrupt your relationship. That just means these are my feelings. If you are in your relationship and everything is going good, that's cool. What I'm saying is that when shit fucks up, I am there. And I am going to pursue you. So they better be on their A game because when they fuck up, I'm going to come. I'm not saying that I'm actively going to try to disrupt and dismantle
like
a relationship.
steal you from them.
You get what I'm saying? Now, my thing is, it's about behavior. It's about the individual's behavior too, because when you are saying that I'm in this relationship, but then you're making yourself available to whatever nuances that I'm putting out there, your behavior is contradicting what you're saying. And I'm not going to go by what you're saying. I'm going to go by what you're doing. So if you are telling me I'm in a relationship, but every time I turn around, you're in my inbox or you're at my home or we're out doing us, what I'm saying in your behavior is that you're available to be courted. And that's how I look. I think of that. That's what one of the questions I was saying about a straight guy. I was saying that if a guy says that he's not interested in like a relationship, a sexual relationship, but then starts to describe his penis to you, is that saying, okay, even though he's saying no, I don't want to have sex with you, but then he starts to talk about the size of his penis.
But my thing is, if he's saying no, and then he bringing up the size of his penis, like what would make him even bring that up?
James.
What was the conversation that started?
Right, like how would you even get to that point? Like, yeah, by the way, my dick, it's like, hold up, like, I like you, and then you bring up your dick, like,
no, I got 13 inches, right? Like, the fuck?
Like, the fuck you tell me that for? You already said you ain't interested.
Nigga, I said let's go to Popeyes.
I feel like if he mentioned his dick after he told you no, he ain't want to fuck with you, and then he mentioned his dick, I think you should presume.
You also got to realize
it's an all go.
Hold on, Cable, what were you saying?
Also got to realize you actually have people that are not interested, but they still like the attention that's given.
Attention, right?
Yeah, that's true too.
Attention.
That's real shit.
Attention.
Very straight.
Yeah.
Next question. Mr. Gilmore, give me something.
Would you rather be constipated or have diarrhea?
What?
I think I'd rather have diarrhea. At least you know that shit coming out. When you constipated, that shit on a whole different. First of all, when you constipated, you gotta get it out. There's no option to keep it in there. So you gotta get it out. So I'd rather have diarrhea.
Did I tell y'all? Also, this is a Bleu tale. Another one. So I went to
another shit story.
Yeah. No, it's not. Well,
we need to have something to pop on the screen, but like shit story. Right before shit story. Dun, dun, dun. This week on shit story.
So I never.
It's a shit story. There's some shit involved in this story somewhere. What?
Well, it's in relation to the conversation, and to the question anyway. And so the thing was, I was dating an early relationship, and we went to the herbal side of the tea section, and I brought this tea called Smooth Move.
No.
What happened was because a fat bitch likes half and halves, I made a big gallon of Smooth Move. And I didn't make it. My partner made this big gallon of Smooth Move because it's tea, not knowing that this was a diuretic. It was Smooth Move tea. And me being a fat ass that I was, decided to drink like 2 big ass cups of Smooth Move. Well, let's just say the next day, I went into work glowing and feeling wonderful about myself. I left out of work dehydrated and looking like a crackhead. I mean, I shit so much, my lips were chapped. That's how
This motherfucker dehydrated like a motherfucker. Yeah, there with chalky lips. That motherfucker dehydrated. Motherfucker, drink some more water. You dehydrated.
Nah, he needed some Pedialyte.
Hell yeah.
It was so bad. Now think about it. I spent an 8-hour shift, and I can say I only worked 1 hour of that shift because the rest I was in the bathroom screaming and sweating and crying.
God damn.
And so I would say that if I had to be anything, I would not want to be have diarrhea because that is not a.
That's true too, because diarrhea kick in on you when you you least expect it and shit.
I feel like.
And then if you sneeze or cough or something, that shit might come out. Like you can't control that shit. No. You go around and sneeze and shit yourself. That's not good.
No, you can't trust a fart. Oh no.
Snort. That's what you call a snort when you sneeze and shit yourself.
Bad business all the way around.
Yeah, so I don't want. First of all, I don't want any of them.
That's true.
I just want to be regular.
Yes.
But if I had to suggest it,
you had to choose.
I don't know, because constipation, that's some serious shit. Because when you can't shit, it's so goddamn funny.
He's so tickled.
That's some serious shit.
Literally.
Motherfucker powerful.
Real talk.
You and that bitch, you trying to rock, you trying to get in the squatting position so you can try to rock that shit out.
That was so funny.
You lubricating your asshole and shit. Like, nah, fuck no. I don't want no parts of that shit. That's some horrible shit there.
Well, Blue, I'm with you, baby. I'll take the constipation, baby, because listen, the role I play, I'm good.
It depends on where. Well, shit, at least you can get something to help unplug that motherfucker. Shit, you get enough lube up in there, you can unplug. Shit, relax all your muscles, all your muscles.
Yeah, that's another situation. You know what I'm saying? This
motherfucker celebrating constipation. He like, yeah, baby, I'm constipated, boo. Come on, let's get it.
So here's a question. So when you have diarrhea, is that like being on your period?
No. First of all, diarrhea is some dangerous shit too, because you shit too much, your ass.
But there are people who have sex on the period.
Hey Zenobia, hey Brianna.
They won't slide in there with that shit though.
You said what?
Bet you they won't slide on that mudslide though.
No, wait a minute.
There's some people out there that do that shit, but I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, there are people that also eat people, but I'm talking about for a regular person, is they sliding up in that shitty hole. There you go.
The term regular person. Well, I'm joking. Look at cable face.
I'm a professional.
This is going so far.
What you say, Blue?
I'm a professional.
So, hey, I don't know if y'all saw, but Maybell is on here too. Brianna did come in. She chatting with us.
I see.
Yeah,
I said hello. I saw this
phone.
other one. You said you did another one. What was the other one you did, Mr. Gilmore?
About car sex? Like, what's your favorite position and what places are the best to go to?
Oh, baby, let me tell you.
A garage in a secluded space in a garage. Don't you do it?
No,
like one where they can pull the door down and police can't interrupt you because
oh, that's some embarrassing shit. You don't want nobody having their flashlight in there on your ass. Ma'am, are you okay? Are you here under your own?
Yes!
Listen, if it's at night and the windows are tinted, you can do it wherever the hell you want. Baby, the best position if you getting hit is to have the person
like in the back seat.
Both of their legs in the front, both seats in the front, and they just bend.
And they in the back.
Oh my God, let me tell you.
Well, you don't try to get a motherfucker to straddle that armrest. He's like, to straddle that armrest.
Every day. And the best position for me is I don't like riding, but baby, I love riding in the car. Baby, in the back seat like that, bitch, I feel like cut. No, I'm being funny. Yeah.
But tall motherfuckers, it's another story for tall people.
Yeah, because first of all, the best position I'm gonna think is doggy style.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
You gotta drop.
And you had to lay them front seats all the way down and straddle that goddamn armrest.
Oh yeah, because if you don't, them knee muscles is gonna catch hell.
Your ass gonna be tangled up in. Look, you're gonna be in a real entanglement in that motherfucker. You're all tied the fuck up in there. You got to get the fuck over.
And it depends on the car, because if you're in a car, it's not comfortable.
If you're in a little smart car, it's gonna be a leg out the window, out both sides of the window.
But if you in a minivan,
yeah, minivans are good.
Vans is the best.
A van is excellent. You get a van.
Why you think kidnappers always got vans?
Shut up, myself.
I'm just saying,
Miss. Stop it.
Always a kidnapping van.
It is true. I think that I would definitely want to do. If it had to be any place, it would definitely be a minivan. Don't put me in no motherfucking Honda, a Corvette, none of that shit. Unless it's a
you damn sure ain't getting in no fucking Corvette.
Now,
First of all,
I'm gonna kick the sunroof out that bitch. Like,
so I ain't got no words. I can't even get in the damn thing to put it. So fuck
that.
How would you say?
If it's drop top Corvette, it's a different story, baby.
That's true.
That's a different story.
That's another story. Now, as far as where you doing it at, don't you do it in the woods?
Oh no! Oh hell no!
Jason shit. Oh no!
And you in a convertible shit? Nah.
Now that's what it says. The mosquitoes and the bugs. Them mosquitoes will eat your ass alive.
You talking about that bitch looking like a whole ogre and shit? You got fucking lumps and bumps and shit all over you. Ogre! Oh, ogre! Like no.
And also, you don't want to be anything. You don't want to be anywhere where anything could cause you to itch. So any flowers, certain plants, bugs and stuff make you break out in rash.
In the car, Blue. What the hell? I ain't say hanging from the.
Well, sometimes.
Oh, baby, the car is the car. I'll be on the hood. I'll be on top of
the hood.
I mean, you might be hanging out there.
No, I didn't like the hood.
Look, you know, I got one of those secret passageways in the trunk.
The hood was still warm, and I burned them.
Nothing better than a warm
Her booty
hood.
burned up like so. And she was sitting. She said, ha. I'm like, damn, I'm doing it. No,
nothing better than a warm hood.
She got an engine burn on her ass. So
oh
no. You know, it was an old Chevy Cavalier. So
oh no.
Oh.
You done fried an egg on her back.
Next question. Because we got. I like this question, Mr. Gilmore. You said. Christy, you said, could you be in a relationship with multiple partners?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, please.
Yes. All day long. Because each person can have a different goddamn role.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You got your one that keep you entertained, keep you laughing and shit. You got the one you in love with, but the sex might not be that good, but you know, and then you got the one who can throw that pipe. But then all of them would have to be able to throw the pipe. Like
I need 3 husbands. I think I need 3 husbands.
Yeah, 3 husbands would be good.
I wouldn't mind.
About married?
I mean, yeah.
Maybe spiritually, but not legally.
I mean, I don't know. Either way.
I think if you're building an empire, you need more people. So
hell yeah. And the more the merrier. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say the more the merrier, but I mean shit. If you got 3 wives and the kids running around and shit, and you know, you got one of the wives that can watch the kids while you go out on a date with the other wife, and I mean, hey, it could work out for everybody.
So I look at it in terms of, and this is my thing, financially, because it's not always, I think about it in terms of financially. It takes 8 incomes to technically build up to become a millionaire. And if you have 4 people in a relationship with 2 jobs, that's incomes. If you pool your resources and you pool your finances, then you can actually build. I think that to me, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's like you get a big house, everybody live in it, you good. You know what I'm saying? You got one gas, electric, one. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like,
one mortgage. Shit.
That's 4-way. All y'all fucking too. Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's right there. That situation, that type of situation. You got more than one husband or wife.
Yes.
You live in the same. I could do it.
And my thing is that if you okay with it, it's like, okay, I don't have to have sex with them. If I'm tired, you can do y'all.
But we just have
we just have an open.
You have an understanding. There's an agreement.
Right.
I wish somebody.
I would say that you would definitely have to have an understanding and agreement with all the parties involved. Like everybody would have to be, okay with the whole situation. Because other than that, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I would be open to it.
Not.
Because then you got somebody over here, he catching feelings because this one over here getting more time and all that old bullshit. Like, we ain't doing none of that.
So I would definitely, for me, in that type of situation, the only rule that we would have to have is we would have to communicate with one another. We would have to all communicate. Like we would have to have like a mandatory family meeting where we could all talk about whatever we need to air out and on out our problems together. And I think in that relationship, in order for it to actually function, you'd have to have very, very strong communication skills.
Very much so.
Communication isn't necessarily about just talking and saying your point of view. You got to be open to hearing what another person has to say. Even if they're chewing your ass out,
right?
You got to be open to it and willing to work through whatever it is, because it's hard to work with a relationship with one motherfucker. So you can imagine what it's going to be like with 2 extra people or 1 extra person. You got to be able to balance it out, and give people what they specifically need. Because some person may say, I like this, but the other person may say, I don't like that. So you got to be open to being flexible and understanding of everybody's individual needs. So it is some work. But if the goal is, for me, the goal is millionaire. So my thing is all about pooling resources.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm okay with it.
I'm good.
And I'm okay. And let me tell you how good I am with it. You could be a male with a girlfriend, and I'm okay with it. You could be 2 women, lesbians, I'm okay with it. You could be a trans man and a trans woman, I'm okay with it. You could be 2 straight men and a bi man, I'm okay with it. Let me tell you something. The main goal is
$1 million.
$1 million. I'm gonna tell you something. My black ass ain't gonna spend but $100,000 of it. So if we can pool our resources,
yeah, that's what I mean. I think that would be my main thing. Like the pooling the resources and the sex possibilities is just wonderful.
I respect that, Brandon. Brandon said, nope, I'm not with someone I actually love. I'm selfish. You mine. I get the financial benefit, but emotionally and physically, hell no. Well, I'm thinking like this, that what happens is, and this is my position on that, Brandon, I think that when you are in a relationship, I think you are going to grow into, if you're in a long-term relationship, things fizzle out. So when you have that variety already there, you keep the spice going. So that's my thing. Emotionally, I think if you're capable of loving friends and you're loving family, then you're capable of loving another person. I don't see it as unilateral. I don't think it like that. I think that there's an opportunity. You can love multiple.
I think I was going to say that. You can love multiple people.
It's not unidirectional. I think it's omnidirectional when you can in love. So I don't think I look at it like if you know what you are emotionally sound and balanced, then you're able to do it. You're able to do it. But I get what you're saying. There's a lot of people that thinks like that too. I just don't think like that. And yeah, my primary goal would be finances.
Right.
And I think that honestly, for me, even if we don't maintain it, I think that's financial independence. Because I'm not going to spend $1 million. But if in this relationship we make $1 million, then each of us take a cut of that.
Yeah. And then you still maintaining what you got. And, I mean,
let me tell you something.
To build wealth that way.
Y'all want to get married? I mean, who want to get married?
All right, I'll do that. Everybody get married. I gotta find my partner.
We already
You gotta be my partner.
let's go together, except for me and Johnny, because we related, and that's illegal in so many.
Yeah, well, you can hook up. You had to even pick Blue or cable.
We all married. All of us.
So now
Okay,
I'm in,
evening.
look. When did we open the bank account? That's all. y'all can worry about
What's the minimum?
sex.
He's like, what's the minimum?
Y'all can worry about the sex. A hooker want to know, where do we start the bank account?
Look, I'm letting y'all know now. I'm cheating on y'all because I'm gonna have a head sex somewhere.
No, but seriously, like it's this YouTuber who I watch occasionally. That basically was like, she tried to give her partner a hall pass. The partner basically had some kind of fling with an ex, and she ended up doing was like, hey, I get it, I understand that this is somebody you woke up with right before you met me, so if this is something you feel like you need to pursue, then go ahead. It doesn't mean that we're done just because you need to see where you can go pursue it, see what happens, and then come back. Like I'll be here. I feel like oh no, plug it in. I feel like that's grown up as hell. Like that's emotionally grown up. So yeah, probably all of that, whatever that means.
Yeah, you got quiet, Mr. Gilmore. You all against it.
He like
No, I respect y'all views, and that's y'all views. That's what it is.
That was the PC.
So you wouldn't want to have like 3 wives?
No.
He like, no, that ain't for me.
It's not. And I hear everybody. I hear what everybody's saying, and I get it, and I understand it, and I'm not against it for anybody else. But for me, it's not what I want.
Hey,
it's never been what I want.
Fair enough.
I'm okay. Like,
I feel like that is the most adult thing for anyone, is to realize what they want, how they want it, and then to go about that way. I'm not going to press it on anybody else, but for what I want and for what I see for my future, that's not it.
And I can respect that. I mean, I think it is something that, and I think that's a lot of people's position, because that's a good thing. Some people are monogamous, but I just know that for me, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Not saying that I'm in one now.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I
think for anybody, it's a beautiful thing to do what you feel is going to be right for you. And I don't think it is upon anyone to infringe on that. I think the only time where you're going to hear me say something is when I see a relationship no longer being safe for someone.
Oh yeah.
And maybe they're in a position where they don't, or they can't reach out for help, or they can, then that's when I'll get involved. But other than that, if you're happy, shit, go for it. But I know what's going to make me happy, and that's not it.
It ain't it.
It's not it for me. It ain't even a thing about being selfish or any of that. It's just not what I want. I feel like I can love in multiple ways, but that's not how I want that type of love.
Gotcha.
Right. Got it. Okay. What was the one, Mr. Gilmore? Give us another one.
Like, I gotta go look, because I threw up a whole bunch of crazy shit.
Yeah, you said stroke or heart attack.
Oh yeah, would you like a stroke or a heart attack?
Neither one.
If you had to have one, clearly you don't want any of them. But if you had to push a button and it was like, look, you gonna have a stroke.
Now, what kind of stroke? You talking about twisted mouth, paralyzed on one side?
I'd say a heart attack, because I feel like I come out of a heart attack intact. I feel like a stroke, you don't know which way you're gonna come out of it.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that, because you can have memory loss and all types of shit.
Well, with a heart attack, at least I could be dead. I don't want to come back half of my ass moving and the other half dead.
Right.
If I had to, first of all, I think that
arm playing fetch and the other arm playing dead. No, thank you.
But I think a heart attack is extremely painful.
No, not necessarily.
So is a damn stroke.
Some of them can just happen, and you don't even. It's just it. There it is. She didn't have one. No.
I feel like
no, but
for both are extremely dire. or they can either go one way or the other. One way being you survive it and you come out unscathed, and then the other one being that you come out and it's, you can tell. With a heart attack, you can either come out unscathed or you suffer muscle death in your heart. And with the stroke, you might be okay. You might end up with a twisted mouth. You might end up, what he said, with a dead arm,
brain damage,
and a dead leg. You might not be able to speak no more. Like, either way, you're fucked. So I could not choose. That is my final answer. I would not choose.
I don't know. If I absolutely had to choose, I would probably choose the heart attack. And maybe because enough people in my family had them, so I know what they look like. But I ain't trying to do the stroke route because that's a river I don't want to go stroking down.
Daddy had a stroke.
Who?
Daddy. My fault.
What is that?
I said daddy.
Oh yeah, I know that. But his stroke ain't the kind of stroke you always get.
Right.
Something
what you call a mini stroke.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that.
Right.
I had to choose.
I don't want no full-grown stroke, no baby stroke, none of that shit.
But yeah, I just know that after seeing people that have had heart attacks, it just looks really, really painful.
And see, I think because I've been a part of stroke physical therapy,
mm-hmm.
that just looks, and it when you're really trying to teach someone their ABCs again, who's like 35, 50 years old, or you're trying to teach someone how to walk, or their senses are no longer there. That I think that type of therapy just kind of fucked me up. It was like, shit, I'll take a heart attack with this shit because it just was so.
Speech therapist.
The frustration for that has to be incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible to go from, with a heart attack, I feel like I went from I ate a pig for the day to now I gotta eat vegetables. With a stroke, it's like I can't chew anymore. So
you gotta drink fucking water.
Right. But all of that said, that I wanna press people. I asked that question because there are a lot more people in there from 25 to 45 having strokes and heart attacks who are quote unquote healthy. But Black folk are having them with and without the bad food, and both are brought on by stress.
Yeah.
So
and
I'm want everybody to take care of y'all. I really want y'all. I'm saying that again to y'all motherfuckers on this thing. Bree, you too, if you still on here, Brandon, all of y'all. Zdobie, I don't know you, baby, but you're on here all the time. You're so nice. So, but take care of y'all. I want y'all to take care of y'all big time because our age group, our generation is having intense strokes and heart attacks, and a lot of them are not coming out. Many of them are dying from them.
Crazy,
but thank you so much, Mr. Gilmore, because I want to, before I wrap up, let everyone know that be mindful of your mental, spiritual, emotional, social, and physical health. Do what it is that you need to do to take care of you. Check in with you on a regular basis. Take an hour out of each day to make sure that you're doing an audit of where you are with those things, making sure that you are in balance with yourself. And if there is something that is off or you need some assistance, seek out the support that you need. And with that being said, this is the Kocktail Social. I'm your host, Blue Waters. We are on the Exposed Radio. These are my socialites. Socialites! Hi! It's been another week. I'm going to turn up for the rest of the month of August. On the 22nd, Gutman's will be open. So...
22nd?
The 22nd, Gutman's will be open. And to all of my socialites out there that tuned in, my kits and caboodles, I do love you, even though I may not know you. Trust and believe that my heart is with you. Whatever you are doing, I will support in my way. I may not be able to do it financially, but I'll do it in other ways. So I want you to know that I appreciate you tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you next week. This is the Kocktail Social. I'm your host, Blue Waters, on Be Exposed Radio, and good night.
Good night. Good day, sir. I said good day.
You know the